Okay, here is the neglected pool that we've been hired to bring back to life. See, it's ugly. And it's ugly enough where ain't no way I'm gonna try to chemically clear it. We're gonna dump it, we're gonna acid wash it, chlorine, all that good stuff. And of course the screen doesn't work, so here's the equipment. Has no filter, a pump that doesn't work, electric that looks like it's horrible. We're going to change all that out anyway. But yeah, this pool is about as bad as it gets. It's been like this for years supposedly, so we'll go through and show you how it's done. As far as draining the pool is concerned, I'll leave that up to you guys to figure out about water tables, how low. When you drain a pool, you always got to worry about them popping out of the ground, so you want to know where your water table is. Never drain a pool that's right next to some lowlands and things like that. You can pop the main drain plug to release that hydrostatic pressure, but there's a lot of things you could do. This video is going to be mostly on how to clean this thing up and install equipment. Okay, we're going to use a sewer pump and a trash pump. It's a 2-inch trash pump. My 3-inch one is broken, so we get to use that one. That's what we're going to use to dump the pool. And as far as the water is concerned, you can discharge it out in the streets, usually good, which we'd have to run a lot of hose. But you can also, this is actually good water for fertilizer. You can put it right in this yard, and sometimes the yard will absorb it a lot better than you think. So we'll try that first. See if we could just put the water right out in the yard. And I've dumped a 25,000 gallon pool in a small backyard, and when I was done, you couldn't even tell that it had water in the yard. It's unbelievable. But we're gonna look around, see all the places we could dump water. Like I said, the water tables are very important, so if you don't do your research on that, don't drain the pool because you'll damage it. But if you have and you're comfortable, just make sure after you drain it to get water back in it as soon as possible. And this guy that we're doing this job for is a little funny. He doesn't really want to put water back in the pool, but I told him it's not smart, but we'll see. We got the pump on. It's pumping. As you can see, the discharge water in this case is just going straight out into the yard, and we're making sure it doesn't puddle up, but the yard absorbs it fast. If we do see any signs that it's puddling up, we'll just run it out to the street. But this pool is pretty far back. Okay, I got the sewer pump hooked up and it's spitting water out. This one we're moving around just to spread the discharge out. It's good fertilizer, especially in a nasty pool like that. So keep going. It takes about an hour and a half to drain this pool. The pool is bad, so we're pressure washing as we go. They said he used it for a fish pond for a while, so I don't doubt it. It's probably bad for the fish. Alright, water slowly getting down. Pressure washing a little off the deck just for the hell of it. Going along good so far. Okay, we're yanking out the old equipment right now. There's a nice pad. We're going to put just a basic 100 square foot filter and a 1-horse waterway pump on there. Easy stuff to install. If you want something really nice, you can put a Hayward 150 or 200 square foot filter. Those are really nice. But for this pool, this is fine. Alright, I got this old timer box off. Open this up. Looks pretty good in there. No bugs or anything. And we're going to check to see if there's any power running out here with the voltmeter. 220, 2-pole breaker, and you can also tell by the timer it's 220. theoretically. We'll check all that. Okay, progress. 30, 45 minutes draining. We'll keep moving the hoses around, no problems with puddling in the yard. He's digging out an area for the equipment pad and got the junky stuff out of there. So just continuing with the process. We've been moving the hose around, still no puddling issues. Water's going right into the grass, into the ground. So far so good. Okay, moving along good. Pool's not really a good candidate for pressure wash. It really needs to be resurfaced, but we'll do with it what the guy can afford. We'll throw some acid on it, chlorine. It's coming along. There's where we put the acid in, full strength usually. So it begins. Going around with the acid. The watering pots do real well. Whatever the hell you call those things. We're getting toward the bottom. There is a ton of gunk down there, but the trash pump's still pulling it. It's just nasty. This pool's nasty. But we acid wash the sides. We're going to do the rest of it and then chlorine bathe it. Getting that last bit of water out is fun. There's tricks too at the very end, but right now we're still doing good with the trash pump. Alright, I'm getting the pump and filter and all wired in. Getting the heavy debris out of there. Fun, fun, fun. Okay, of course, right at the end of our job, it's pouring down rain. Literally, we had 30 minutes left, and the heavens opened up, and we look like a bunch of idiots out there running around in rain, trying to get our gear in shelter, but now we'll just have to sit around and wait for the rain to go by, and then go back out there and finish up. So that'll be fun. It's coming along good. I'm always nervous about draining pools, especially in a lot of rain, but like I said, don't drain a pool unless you have some experience. Look at the water table, see where the underground water is. Pop main drain plugs if you can. Don't drain around wetlands or near ponds. Use ways to gauge water level. But more importantly too is when you do drain it, after you're done cleaning, get the water back in it ASAP. So, but if you're unsure, don't do it. That's, I guess, the point of this conversation, and we'll get back to it and finish up the job. Okay, it has stopped raining about an hour. We got to get that last bit of water out of there, throw some chlorine on the side, and start filling it back up. Alright, just to let you see what the equipment's coming along. Very simplistic. Main drain skimmer, 2 valves going in. I'm going to put a T here just for a waste port. Goes through a filter, then we put it right back to the pool. This line here is just capped off. I don't want to mess with it. I don't want to mess with anything else on this pool, honestly. It's just nasty and just ready to be done with this job. Now we're going to chlorine bathe it. Same method as we did the acid. After the acid wash, it's good to put some chlorine on the sides. This pool, it'll probably be more effective than the acid, because it's like a quasi-painted, nasty pool. So, do this to conserve chlorine using those flower pot watering things. Okay, we got all the water out. We're gonna pressure wash a little more, put some more chlorine all on the bottom, and then stick the hose in there and let it fill up. It's amazing. The nasty pool, it's not as nasty. I still don't like the pool, but we got all the stuff cleaned out of there. Acid wash it didn't do much. I knew it wouldn't, but the chlorine, you know, it helped. But it just was a painted pool, so acid doesn't really do crap. Just on the tiles and stuff it was good, and the chlorine. But now I got the hose in there. We're filling it up as fast as possible. The normal hose would take, you know, 24 hours to fill it up. This water pressure here is horrible, so it'll probably take 2 days. And now I'll go check out the equipment.